All right, let's get this going here. Get this, share this, share that, go here. And I think we're good to go here. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hope everybody's doing great today. Second here. Oh, good. Now I can see everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, my lights are on too. Good. Oh, my lights are on. Excellent. Hope everybody's doing great. Let me say hello to everybody. We got CJ, Ivano, Omar, Glenn, Devin, Dave, Arnulfo, Wayne, Brian, Dr. Serena, Dave, Genevieve, Dave, Jody, John, Beamclay, Don, Jill. Good morning, Wade, Robert, Rosalind, Piet DeBrock, Ricky, Jeff, Brian, Edgar, Gene, Chris, Eagle Beagle, the sassy trainers in the house. We got Pete, we got Lydia, we got Steven. Thank you, Steven, for the gift. I appreciate it. I responded to you this morning, by the way. Tom is in the house. Jesse, Sarah, Vernon, Terrence, Araj, John, Wayne, Henry, Colleen, Carlos. Good morning, Ralph. We got Rachel, we got Manuel, we got Timothy, we got Karen, Scott, Illinois grain farmer, Stephen, Robert, Kim, Tim, Naples fan. Good morning and happy Friday. You know, I just realized it is Friday. And Carlos, thank you for the wonderful shirt that you got me yesterday. I'm wearing it right now. I'll be wearing it to the class today. If anybody here is watching me live, I appreciate it. Carlos said, "What a session yesterday. I saw from hospital. Almost forgot why I was there." Well, that's a good thing, Carlos. Good morning. Good morning, Charlie Clyde. If you guys were in the live class yesterday, and I'll be cutting today short as well. I gotta get to the hotel. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. And I'm hoping that yesterday's live session for those that saw it was fantastic. And the feedback has been great. Kane is going to be talking this morning. I'll be talking a little later. It'll be another fun day. Um, Let me. I don't think I have any links to give you today, actually. Favorite crew? Yeah, I don't have any links. The only thing I have is a video, a link of a replay video that you guys may want to check out. Um, it shows you how we were able to do a 80% success rate on over 100 trades. Here it is. Let's see here. All right, great event. Thank you. You're welcome, Fred. HG, yeah, I was there yesterday. It was very interesting. Steven, good, good. Oh, today's going to be very interesting too. The big question is, will the SPY recover, right? That's the big question today. Absolutely. All right, let's get into it. And if I missed somebody's name, I apologize. I'm not doing it on purpose. Dr. Serena said live session was excellent. Online view, good, good. And I'm hope you guys can hear, were able to hear us and see us okay. It wasn't obviously, we weren't in the studio. We were in a hotel. So I hope, the sound is a little off, the video's a little off. But I think for the most part, you guys were able to get it. Dennis, the live link, it's only available. How do you find the class site? Site. Sorry, Richard. You mean the link? It should be it'll be broadcast again today in the Pit channel and in your Platinum. It's available only for people who have all access or have the Trading Pit. And also, it will be it is being recorded. It'll be processed and it'll be put in the members area. Okay. Jesse says, very informative session yesterday. Great. Oh, today you guys are gonna love the session today. I promise you. We're gonna talk about price action today, and Kane's gonna explain one of his strategies. So good, 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 good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Hey, was the video quality and the audio, was it okay? Was it, you guys were able to hear and see everything okay? Let me know. Let me know. Good morning, Keong. Richard, one click. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's in the one click. It's in the one click members area. Carlos, Steve said, thanks for your thoughts this time. Caregiving, close family members, still the best day to spend a day. All right. So let's talk about the market. The market is pretty neutral right now, especially NASDAQ, which is the biggest stinker. And we all know what caused this downside. Nvidia, just to give you a little, just to make sure everybody's on the same page. A few days ago. Good, good. A lot of yeah, it is a lot of information. The questions from the audience was a little, yeah, it's that's always the case. We'll try to do better today. So you guys remember I drew this for you, and I was even kind enough to here. I even did this for you here. I don't know how much more information I can give you. Sometimes a picture says it all. But if you recall, do you guys remember this? That was 3 days ago. X marks the spot right here. We're getting closer. This wasn't there, and this wasn't there. This is today. This is the X right here. X marks the spot right here. So in theory, Adam says, how far will the market go down? In theory, Nvidia should drop right here to this level, which would be another down day, maybe two, and then we should start coming back up. Assuming Nvidia continues going down, this is the target. So if we were to assume that Nvidia is going to continue leading and Nvidia has been the stinker, remember what I always taught you guys, and I talked about this yesterday. Always know what the catalyst is, because if you don't know what the catalyst is, you're not going to know if that catalyst is still there. Now, this is a perfect example. This is a perfect example for you guys. Yesterday was outstanding. Bought my very first swing too. No longer trading Virgin. Good. Excellent. Congrats. Good. Everything was fine. Good. 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 Thank you. Thank you. I got to tell you, usually I'm exhausted. Not exhausted today. I was so energized. Probably going to hit me tonight. But I had full energy, and then we went to dinner. We spent a couple hours at dinner. Thank you, Murray. I really appreciate it. Very, very kind of you. So this is the big stinker right now, and it's already down. Chips is what we're watching today. Look at the Dow. The Dow's doing okay. NASDAQ is a little bit up, but look at semiconductors. Look at semiconductors. You got to know what the stinker is. If you don't know what the stinker is, you won't know what to be looking at. Semiconductors broke our foundation. Remember we had this foundation? And by the way, remember that level I gave you, 265? We touched it for a day and then back right away, right over there. So now we broke this structure. Now, we do have quite, here, let me, we do have some stuff around here. There's some support around here, okay? The biggest question right now, the biggest question is Nvidia and the rest of the semiconductors, are they going to continue dropping? If Nvidia pulls back up here, we'll be okay, but I don't think that's going to happen. Maybe for a couple of days it'll consolidate. This is a pretty big move right here. And this is this morning. This doesn't really count yet. But from where I'm sitting, X still marks the spot. And if X still marks the spot, then we have a little bit more downside. Nvidia is what you guys need to pay attention to today. Semiconductors is what you need to pay attention today. All right? Very, 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 very important. Why? Because that's what's driving price right now. Let me give you a good example. Yesterday, what happened? Nvidia opened positive. What did the market do at the open? It went straight up. And what happened after Nvidia started dropping? Everything followed along. If you don't know who the stinker is, you'll never ever know who caused it. You understand? You got to know who the troublemaker is. It's just like I explained yesterday in the live class. You have a chain. Every morning you have a chain. The market is the market is a big chain. Inside that chain you have links. You got to know what the weakest and the strongest link is. And sometimes it's not about strongest, it's just one. It's usually the weakest or the strongest, because that's the biggest, that's the troublemaker of the day. You have to always identify what the troublemaker of the day is. If you don't identify the troublemaker of the day, you will not know what the catalyst is. And if you won't know what the catalyst is, you will be making decisions based on something that may not be happening. All right? All right. Hey, Peter, good morning to you. Hey, Gustavo, good morning. I'm trying to get Cam and you next time to come out here for a few days. But why they beat earning guidance so good? they beat earnings guidance, but forward-looking statements were things are slowing down in the AI space. And by the way, Fred, I want to review something with you. Look, look at the story. Let me give you the story behind this. Look. Let me show you something. I want to show you something. This is the Magnificent Seven. Okay? What have the Magnificent Seven been doing since December? Nothing. They haven't been moving. They haven't been moving. The expectations were getting worse. Look at the Magnificent Seven before here, let me show you. Look at the Magnificent Seven. And then look at the Magnificent Seven. Look. And then look at it now. So we are getting close to the 200-day moving average, and we're probably going to bounce here, but sideways. They haven't been. And by the way, so look, and technically, now let's talk about it fundamentally. Let's kind of break it apart, Fred. What have every one of the mega caps been saying 2 quarters ago? AI is still doing great. So what caused this big move here? AI. This is all AI. All last year and first half of 2024, and it's like all AI. I can't say an AI more times, right? Yes, they all, because it's semiconductors. They're very essential. Okay. What did these companies start saying 2 quarters ago? We're still doing great. We're still doing great. Everything is peachy. But we think that it started with AMD about 3 quarters ago. AMD came out and said, hey, everything's great, but we're slowing down with this AI mishigas. We're slowing down with this AI business, okay? The next quarter, this last quarter, the previous quarter before this quarter, they said, hey, we're still doing good, but it's starting to impact our current inventory. This quarter, they came out and said, hey, we're really seeing a slowdown now in everything. Now, I've been telling you this for the last several months. And anybody here who says I have not is just have not been with me for a while. Have I not been saying that this whole AI, remember the triangle we were in? The triangle that before we broke? So, and I've been saying this for quite some time. So this is not unexpected. There is a huge slowdown in AI. Here, DLR. You see this? Yeah. You see this company right here, Digital Realty Trust? You know what this company does, Fred? This company, the sole business model of this company, Fred, of this company is to buy warehouses and rent it out to Dell, Zoom. I mean, you guys can go back a year and listen to my tapes. I've been saying it now for 3 quarters. This company's sole job is to buy storage space for servers. All they do, their business model is really simple. They buy storage space and they rent it out and they make them nice and cold, and they rent them out to AI farms. You know, Zoom servers, Dell servers, Amazon servers. You got to keep these servers somewhere, right? So this is the company that stores servers. Look at their price action. This is what I was telling you yesterday. I was telling you guys this yesterday. You guys have to really pay attention because I said all of this. This is not the first rodeo. I actually gave this stock either yesterday or the day before, and I said exactly the same thing. Okay? So my point is, there is a major slowdown in technology right now. There's a major slowdown in technology right now. And also, and again, I don't want to get into politics, but Trump is not helping right now. He's putting pressure on China. This is what we need. I think if he would be doing what he would be doing right now, a year from now, it would give the market a chance to recover from all the COVID and all the craziness, because the bonds just started coming up and recovering, and he started nailing us all with this tariff stuff. So that's not helping us either. Okay, that's not helping us either. That's why we tune into your channel every morning. It provides excellent guidance. Good. Tony said 150%. Oh, good, good, good. I'm so happy to hear that. Hey, is anybody watching? Is anybody watching from the hotel right now? From the hotel room, from where we're going to be going? Let me know. I'm curious. Who's in the hotel room watching us live right now? Let me know. Let me know. All right, so let's get into our analysis, okay? And I don't have that much time today. We don't have really major earnings today. We have Berkshire, but aside from that, we don't really have much. Most of it already came out yesterday. What we do have today is we have major Fed data. We have the personal income report. Back off, so prepare for prompt. Not, yeah, I don't think he is either. I don't think he. I don't think he will either. So this is what we're looking at today, guys. The year to year. I don't care about month to month. Most month to month numbers get revised anyway. You guys know that, right? We should get ready to bear market. That's because tariffs are necessary to save this country from a debt crisis. It's very possible, Boyd. I'm not going to argue with you, but I just wish it took. I just wished it. Hey, William. I just wish that. Hey, William. I just wish that he waited a little while because the economy is the bond market is just getting ready to get into deflation, and if we can get into deflation, we would be in a position of strength, not in a position of weakness. The problem is the bond. Remember, I told you the bonds need another 2 quarters. That's what I was hoping he would wait for, and he was telling the Fed to not do anything with interest rates, which would have bought him that, but it didn't do it. So I was hoping but he wants to be tough. He just got his election. He's angry. I don't want to get into it. Hopefully Gustavo and I will see. Yeah, I hope so too. So we're looking at these numbers. This is what the Fed looks at right now. Core. They're looking for the numbers to be lower than a year ago. If these numbers are not lower than a year ago, then everything Powell's been telling you, oh, we're making progress, is a load of shit. Okay? Excuse my French, but the numbers don't lie, okay? So now we'll circle back to this in about 18 minutes. The bond market. The bond market is still holding up here fairly well. I'm not loving this pivot, but the fact that we're above the 100-day moving average is positive. This is not negative for the stock market, okay? This is actually pretty good. US dollar starting to cool off again. Starting to heat up again, not cool off again. Now, remember I told you, I drew this line for you, and I told you that it's either going to come up here and come right back down, or it's going to go, that's the center line right here, or it's going to go to all the way on top. If the US dollar starts gaining strength right now, it'll start putting pressure on the bond market, and it will increase pressure on the gold market. Look at US dollar and look at gold. At this point, remember I told you, wait for gold to be above the 8-day EMA, and it never was. It never confirmed above the 8-day EMA. The next level is going to be right here where we have a lot of support. You got a couple of VWAPs here, and you have the 50-day and you have the 100-day below it. And there's a lot of stuff here. Okay? So be careful because the relationship, this is inflationary right here. But again, you see how we're in a downtrend? So what I was theorizing is that Nvidia will come down here and then start coming down, and I'll put the middle line once it's there, but right now it's below. But keep an eye on Nvidia. If Nvidia starts breaking down, it's going to pull tech, and if it pulls tech, well, you saw what happened yesterday when Nvidia turned around. But this is a perfect example. I couldn't have given you a better example than Nvidia yesterday. Nvidia was the stock to watch. Nvidia opened up. Everything was honky-dory. Everybody felt they were in Disneyland. Nvidia turned around, went to the low of the day. The market crashed. Always pay attention to the catalyst. Always pay attention to the catalyst. Thank you, Dr. Serena. I really appreciate it. BRK, Richard says BRKB came out 22nd February. Well, what is this right here? Maybe this is a mistake, Richard. It's possible. It's very possible. But anyway, Friday earnings are usually not very. All right, so gold coming off, crude oil. Crude oil is just sitting in this area, and I told you I had a pretty good idea that after it finished this area, it's going to start going into this area. There's a lot of stuff here. There's a lot of stuff here to keep us busy. So I'm not really seeing anything for the energy market. The only thing I would consider, and I keep forgetting to look, is maybe an iron condor or an iron condor because it doesn't look like it's going to have a lot of volatility. All right. All right. More people come for the show. Yeah. Yeah. More people when the larger number of fired federal workers likely impact. Yes. Big time, Tony. Big time. But it's going to take a little while to get into the system. Okay. It's going to take a little time to get into the system. By the way, I forgot. While I'm here, let me give you the link to Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show. I'm being rude today. I don't want to be rude. And I hope that you guys enjoyed that interview I did with Richard. It was broadcast live yesterday. I hope everybody sees it. And I hope you guys realize that Richard does not do anything remotely different than myself, except when I give you the exit signal, he sometimes holds the rest of the position for a swing, which I always recommend you guys do. And I always say, if you guys want to keep it for a swing, that's fine too. China. China's coming off. Finally, it's coming off. I knew it was only a matter of time. We all did, but this a little too much volatility expansion. We're now below the 8-day. Probably China will be coming down. Keep an eye on casino stocks and stocks related to China for the next few days. Good. Really liked what Richard said. Good, Arnolfo. What specifically did you like about what Richard said? Tell everybody. Maybe folks can learn from it. Yeah, he was wonderful. He was hanging out with us last night. He was talking to my wife, showing her pictures. It's the first time I've ever met Richard in live. I've never talked to him even on the phone. So it was really nice to meet him. SI building that handles DEI. Thank you, William. Thank you. Apple plans 500 billion in U.S. investment, 20 research jobs. Help the economy. Review. Yeah, it was all recorded. Everything was recorded. All right. So China's not helping us out. It's below the 8-day EMA. I don't think US dollar or gold has any impact on it, especially with gold going down and China going down. China is holding a lot of gold right now. So keep an eye on the relationship between gold and China for the foreseeable future. Not forever, but thank you. I appreciate it. You nailed the questions. Good. Did you record? Yes, of course. We recorded the whole thing. We recorded the whole thing. Maybe what I'll do is I'll edit out Richard's interview and I'll give it to everybody here. Maybe we'll do that. We'll see. We still have a full day. We still have to when was it? It was yesterday. Eagle Beagle yesterday. The first thing I did when we got into the room is I interviewed Richard for what, about an hour? About an hour. Gold from Fort Knox. That's funny, Angie. All right. Bitcoin. What about Bitcoin? What is Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin's almost at the 200-day moving average. By the way, I want to ask you guys an interesting question. I know we've done this a few times. Let's try this again. Let's see. Do you see Magnificent Seven? Do you see Bitcoin? Here, let me make it a little easier for you. One second. Here we go. So, what do you guys think? Do you remember what I told you last week, the week before, and the week before that? Now, they don't move in the same moment, do they? But can you argue with me and tell me that they're not doing exactly the same thing? Here. I mean, am I crazy? Twins. Same now, no more running on core. No, no. Anybody tells you that Anybody tells you that crypto is not correlated to stocks, you may want to show them this picture. 200-day moving average, 200-day moving average. Yeah, those days are over. Those days are over. Crypto is no longer the cowboy. It's now the grandfather. Okay. It has assimilated itself into our financial system. Well, yeah, even if you argue, what are you going to argue with? Who are you going to argue with? Look, I mean, come on. Look, it even makes highs and lows. And look at this: one, two, three, one, two, three, four. I mean, come on. You could see it, right? Well, Billy, it's not about what I say. With your own eyes. Come on. Come on. Of the interview with Richard would be appreciated as I work and we'll have to watch recording. Yeah, and remember, folks, it's only for people who have lifetime access and people who are in the pit. So you need to be in the pit or have lifetime access. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the stock market, break everything down for you. Here's my stock market analysis. No, it's right here. Okay. All right. Investors brace for the federal release report. We're going to see that soon. Let me turn on my TC 2000 so we could see what the report is. One second. I just want to get my TC 2000 going. Here we go. It's nice. It's going to come out in about 2 minutes. We'll be able to see it live together. Here we go. There's my. There we go. Ooh, look at Starbucks overnight. It was doing pretty good, actually. All right. I'll have the bond market up here so we'll be able to see it, okay? All right. We're waiting for, we're all bracing for the report, and that's these numbers right here. We're hoping that the numbers are below these. That's all we want. We just want the numbers below these. If they're not below this, oy vey. The bond market is still not moving. This would react. This would react immediately. And actually, I don't really care what the numbers are. I just care what the reaction is. But obviously, if the numbers are good, it'll probably be a positive reaction. All right, we'll revisit that in just a few minutes, okay? So let's just go back here. So Nvidia slumped more than 8%. CRM fell more than. Remember, I told you CRM falling is very bad. So you got broad tech and you got chips yesterday contributing to the mess we saw. Do you think that both Bitcoin and MAGs will find support? Yes, I do. I think they'll find support, and I think so. Dave, take a look at what happened to Tesla when it hit the 100-day moving average. Look. And I'm not trying to tell you I told you so. I just want to show you something. So you see, this is kind of where we're at right now. You see how I think it'll bounce and do this. Dave, I think it'll bounce and do this. Then the question is it going to continue going down or is it going to bounce and come up? But I think once it hits the 200-day, Dave, it'll pull one of these. Remember, I told you Tesla's going to hit the 100-day. It's going to bounce, either reverse or it's going to come right back down. So it's going to do this. I'm pretty certain of this. But then what will it do? I have absolutely no idea. Hopefully, I answered your question and I really gave you an honest answer. I just don't know. I just don't know. Okay, so this is bad. CRM. This is very bad for the broad market. As I mentioned yesterday, a lot of companies use this. Bond market is slowly going down. Is the report out already? Let's see. Okay, it is out. Oh no, it's not out yet. No. Bond market's going down. Ooh, look at the bond market. Look at the bond market. Well, not the bond market. Let's see. SPY going up. Huh, that's weird. That's kind of weird, actually. Well, let's see what the report is. This could be one of those bad is good. The SPY's going up, which is fantastic. But the bond market's breaking down. Huh. Maybe money's coming into the stock market and out of bonds this morning, but I don't have the report. Do you guys have the numbers yet? Core PCE 2.6. Okay, that's good. That's good. Good, good, good. That means they can say, yeah, we made some progress. They made some progress. Income is good, 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 good. That's good. That's great. That's great. This is beautiful. The SPY's moving up nicely. Look at that. Hopefully, this will give us some tailwind today. What about QQQ? Nicely. How about SMH? Yeah, it's moving up. It's moving up. I like it. Hey, Rochelle, good morning to you. Yeah, money shifting into stocks. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely money coming into stocks. But the number's good. The number's solid from what from what the rumor is from you guys. Still haven't had this updated yet, but hopefully it'll come pretty soon. PCE 2.5. Okay, good. So the numbers are perfectly in line with estimates. That's great. That's good. Good number. Good number. Good number. Good. Good, good. Maybe we'll get some upside today. That's a very good number. That's a good number. Good number. That's all we can expect. But we have to watch Nvidia and technology because we know that's in play right now. So let's talk. Let me break this down further, and then I want to get into the stocks. So we got the GDP that already came out today. Folks, pending home sales fell to a 9-month low. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, this is my favorite part. I live for this, by the way. Cleveland Fed President Hammack said Thursday that interest rates are not meaningfully restrictive and should remain unchanged for some time. Await clear evidence that inflation is moving towards the two. Yeah, I agree. I just don't understand what changed between 3 months ago and right now. I honestly don't know. A patient approach will allow. Look at this moron. He's talking about a patient. They lowered rates 3/4 of a basis point in a period of 8 weeks, and he's talking about being patient now. I don't have the energy to get all worked up over this. A patient approach will allow us time to monitor. Yes, yes, and you could have done exactly the same thing 3 months ago. And how it can, I agree with everything, but I don't see why you have to do this now, why you couldn't just leave it alone. Also, Harker said policy rates remain restrictive enough to continue putting downward pressure on inflation over the long term. He's right, as we needed to. He's right there too. My only beef is you didn't need to do anything. You didn't need to do anything. Things were just moving along just fine. This was not the time to do anything. You should have waited 2 quarters. Schmidt said that I like this guy Schmidt actually. Central banks could have to balance inflation risk against growth concerns. 100% agreed. While the risk to inflation appears to be to the upside, discussions with contracts in my district as well as some recent data suggest that elevated uncertainty might wait on growth. Yes, I actually like this guy Schmidt. He actually is he's not as political as the others. Okay. Hey Robert, good morning to you. It was very nice. It was very nice to have dinner with you, Robert, last night. It was very nice. I had a great time. My wife had a good time too. She's going to bring Harry to the meeting today for a little while. He's a service doc. He's a certified service doc. We already know this number came out better than expected. Let's see what the bond market's doing. Bond market is still moving down, and stocks have stalled out. They've kind of just stalled out. But this is good. This is good. This is really good. I'll take this right now. I'll take anything to stop Nvidia's deterrence. We got PMI today. This is an important report. I know most people won't look at it, but PMI, it's coming out at 9:45. Important report. Right. They always have to mess with a good thing. I'll be leaving in just a few minutes to come out there. And right here, Europe is not giving us any tailwind. Donald Trump, he's talking about tariffs. I'm going to get sick. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm going to get really I'm starting to get we could see what's going on. He keeps saying the same thing over and over again. China closed sharply lower and investor sentiment was dampened by, again, our president. Software and semiconductor stocks led the decline on Friday. The benchmark notched a weekly loss, but posted a gain for the month. Trump announced on China again more tariffs. This is not the time, Mr. Trump. Like, wait for things to get strong again and then do tariffs. Nikkei, 5 month low, rising concerns about US tariffs. This is just when things started moving the right way when he took office. I wish he waited. That's all I want. HPQ is not giving us any tailwind. Dell is not giving us any tailwind. And Kerr and cryptos are not giving us any tailwind. And we already know that cryptos have a huge correlation to mega caps. So this is not helping the market. This is why I'm hoping that we spruce up, because right now the Nasdaq is down. And I'm hoping it is turning around right now, actually. It's actually positive right now. Good. But we really need to spruce. I don't want to see divergence between the Dow and the Nasdaq today. I don't want to see that. And so far we are seeing it, which means not only is it Friday, but it could be a very choppy Friday. But I'm like the fact that SMH is going up. Let me see retail XRT. Retail, look at this. Retail actually gapped up on the news. That's very good. It's very, very good. So far, this news is on par. On par. Let me just make sure that I'm not crazy, because I haven't seen it myself. I've been okay. Yeah, 2.6, 2.5. That's fine. This is good. This is good. This is telling us, hey, we're making some degree of progress. And last revision was 2.9, so 2.6. This is good. This is good. I can work with this. Good, good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, yeah, he passed away yesterday. They're still investigating the cause. All right, so let's talk about stocks, and then I got to get out of here. I really do have to get out of here. All right, we are below the 100-day. We are in this zone. What I want to see today is I want 60% of this bar recovered, and I don't want to break this low. QQQ. We haven't broken the low here, or we just did this morning. I want to see 60%. I want to see us hit the 100-day moving average. I want to see a real strong day today triggered by this jobs report. If we don't see a real strong day triggered by the job report, there's a really high chance the 200-day magnet is going to hit us in the ass on the mega caps. Here's the mega caps, which are already there or close to being there. See that? I want to see this recover at least. I want to see us get up to this area right here, like 51. Let me look at RSP. RSP has still not broken out of its range. So the downside we are seeing is clearly in the mega caps and technology. If technology, listen to me, folks, if technology can go from here back into this area before hitting the 200-day moving average, there's a really good chance that we can be in a shakeout right now. I'll talk about that today in the room. So far, we are not having a shakeout on the RSP. So we could clearly see that technology is causing a lot of the issues here. Okay. Enjoyed the venue. Nice to relate to name with the person. Yeah, there you go. Momentum levels. And I got to get it. I really do have to get out of here, or I will be late to my own meeting today. Funny, I started already half an hour ago, but I'll be late to my meeting. There's 300 stocks breaking down right now. This is not good. Thank you, Nvidia, for giving us this. We were on the way back up yesterday at 136, and Nvidia screwed the pooch. I want this to go back into the 100s today. I want to see some momentum to the upside. There is no momentum to the upside right now. There is hardly any momentum to the upside. What's the bad part of that? It's hard to find stocks to the upside. What's the silver lining in that? The silver lining is if a stock is moving up right now, then there is a 99.999999999% chance that it's being bought by institutions. Okay? So the bad part is it's hard to find a good stock. The good part is if you find a good stock, it's being bought out by institutions. Jobs report on Forex Factory report of the day. Having a hard time. Here, you could see it right here. Look. Just go to this link, guys. This is what I use. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. I don't even have a membership for this. Okay? Yep, you sure did. I want to understand what happened to him. Thank you. Yeah, and thank you, Murray, for the dinner. Very, very kind of you. Murray, I finally met Murray's son after all this time. I realized this morning I've actually known Murray for quite some time. All right, let me give you stocks that I'm looking at this morning, and I'm gonna get out of here. I am already late. This is the short side, okay? I'm gonna do short side first. Bar chart momentum. No, it's delayed. It's delayed. It's like 10 minutes delayed momentum, I think. I think it's delayed about 10 minutes. But, everything before the opening bell is fair game. CE. Now, do you guys see anything coming any back and forth on this stock? Look how smooth it moves. That's the kind of stocks you want. You want the smoothest moving stocks that you can find that don't have the back and forth. They may not have the Nvidia behind it, but it'll a lot less chance of shaking your ass out. S, PayPal, and be careful. I want the market to really run today for a little while. I want to see what's cooking. I want to see the mega caps retrace because here's the thing: if the market starts doing really well, but mega caps don't participate, we're not going to get any soup. And if there's no soup, we're not going to make any money. PayPal, AEO, smooth operator. Exactly, Angie. It happens if we don't hit 200 today, we don't hit 200 today. Guys, how about some thumbs up? Here, I just gave myself a thumbs up. We have 567 people here. How about some thumbs up? I mean, I was teaching for 9 hours straight yesterday. How about some thumbs up? KSS, AA, DEC. Now I'm going to give you stocks to the upside. Orly. There's definite interest in these stocks right now. HAG looks a lot like Starbucks, this stock. Guild, RTX, AbbVie, which I really like. VTR. Oh, it's okay. It's all good, Bob. Really. It's all good. I've been giving you the stock for several days now. PGR, PLD, AEE, and DPZ. Be careful with this one. It's choppy. All right, guys, I have to go to the class. I will see you later. Thank you so much for being here. Please, please, please keep your eye on the mega caps because they're the troublemakers right now as a result of Nvidia and other stocks. If mega caps don't rally or if they start going down, if Nvidia starts dropping, it's going to be kaput. I'll see you guys later. I'll be in the venue in about 10, 15 minutes or about 15 minutes, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everybody. Now, remember, folks, it's Friday. Friday after 2, markets usually go fizzle out, okay?